It's the Texas Standard. I'm David Brown. If you make your way around central Texas, you'll likely notice green and purple ribbons tied around trees and road signs. They're in remembrance of the deadly hill country flooding. This area, known as Flash Flood Alley, has a history of these devastating storms. 10 years ago, the river rose too quickly in Wimberley and killed 12 people. The cleanup there has long been done, but the recovery, that's ongoing. And so are unpacking the lessons for further prevention. The Wimberley Lions Club's hosting a forum this week to talk about the progress and the road ahead. Patrick Cox is going to moderate the event. He's a Wimberley resident and a retired history and media history professor at the University of Texas. Professor Cox, welcome to the Texas Standard.
Thank you. We appreciate having this opportunity.
Does the 2015 Wimberley flood still weigh heavy in the community a decade later, or people have they moved on with their lives?
In many ways, the 2015 flood here of the Blanco River Valley still resonates with people who lived here back then. I've been here since the 1970s, and it resonates because we've gone through floods before, but nothing as dramatic and catastrophic as the one in 2015. And it was eerily similar to the one on the Guadalupe River this summer.
As a practical matter, though, what's been done to make Wimberley and the surrounding area safer since 2015?
There have been a number of actions, primarily by local government entities, to help address a number of topics, but the other purpose of this forum is to talk about things that still need to be done. And for example, the county has a plan that they put into effect to address floods, storms, drought, and other major weather events. Yeah. And local entities participate in this. And an important part of this is also having a flood warning infrastructure and a warning system that will alert not just residents. Of course, that's a major impact, right. But Wimberley, like Kerrville, is a big tourist area.
Right. And of course, we should point out that one of the big failings here was that of communication as the storm was approaching and during the storm. That's something that a lot of investigations seem to be pointing to. But what are you hoping to accomplish with this forum?
We have 4 panel members who are local elected officials and also local emergency service officials. They will bring people up to date and talk about what's been done since 2015 and what still needs to be done in the road ahead. And again, that's in the way of communications, infrastructure, preparedness, and a number of other issues.
You know, I was thinking about the fact that you're not alone. I mean, there are a lot of hill country communities by banks of waterways that have been known to flood. And I'm almost wondering, is this typical of what's happening elsewhere in hill country to your knowledge? Or is this the sort of thing that is sort of now gaining speed, especially in the wake of what happened back in July?
Well, I think you're right. It is gaining speed, but I go back to when I was here in Wimberley in the 1970s, and our family founded the newspaper, the Wimberley View. And back in 1976, we had a major storm event here over the Blanco River Valley. And at that point, we started working not just with the county, but with other communities. And lo and behold, 2 years later, 1978, the same thing happened on the Guadalupe River and our friends and people in Kerrville. So we worked with other Lions clubs, but we also started working to strengthen communication between the local officials and organizations, because there's a lot of civic organizations, not just in our 2 communities, but throughout the hill country.
How do you think that the July flooding is going to affect the conversation you're going to have at this forum?
Oh, I think it's going to have an impact because of the widespread media attention. And again, many of us have connections, friends, family members, business associates. There's a Lions camp in Kerrville. And so we have a lot of connections already. So I think it's going to help rejuvenate and spur us more so into action and cooperation.
Patrick Cox is with the Wimberley Lions Club. They're hosting a forum this week about flood recovery and prevention 10 years after that city's major flood. We'll have a link to more at texasstandard.org. Patrick, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Support for Texas Standard comes from Half Price Books, a Texas